Once on a winter evening, it happened that John Árnason, Bishop of Holar, wanted a book which he had left lying on the altar of the church, so he called his household folk together and asked which of them would do him the favor of fetching the book for him. They all shuddered at the idea, and all drew back, except one maidservant who declared herself quite willing to go, and not in the least afraid. Now the bishop, having enemies, as who has not, had made a tunnel from his own house, which he called the palace, underground to the church, with a view to being able, if the need ever be, to take sanctuary at a moment's notice, and unobserved. Through this tunnel the maid went, having procured the keys of the church, but when she had taken the book from the altar, she determined not to go back through the tunnel, which she had found dismal and ghostly, but rather round the other way. So she walked down the church with the keys to the outer door, and looking towards the benches where the women were wont to sit, she saw there a human skeleton with black hair adorned with flowers. Amazed at this, but in no way frightened, she went up to the figure and said, "Who are you?" Upon which the skeleton said, "I am a woman, and I have long been dead, but my mother cursed me so that I could never corrupt and return to the dust whence I sprung. Now therefore, my good girl, I entreat you to release me from this band, if it lies in your power." "But," answered the girl, "it does not lie in my power, as far as I know now. Tell me how I can help you." Then the skeleton replied, "You must ask your mother to forgive my faults, and to annul her curse, for she may very likely do the living what she refuses to do for the dead. It is a rare thing indeed for the living to ask favors of the dead." "Where is your mother, then?" she asked. "Oh," the other said, "she is here, there, and everywhere. Now, for example, she is yonder in the choir." Then the maiden went through the door to the choir, and saw sitting there on one of the benches a wondrous older woman with raven black hair, to whom she addressed herself, asking to be good enough to forgive her daughter and remove her from the curse. After pausing a while, plainly unwillingly, the old woman answered, "Well, it is not often that you living people ask favors of me, so for once I will say to you, yea." Having thanked her for her goodness, the maiden went back towards the outer door, but when she came to the place where she had seen the skeleton, she found only a heap of dust. So she went on towards the door, and as she opened it, she heard a voice from the inner part of the church, which cried after her, "Look at my eyes, how red they are!" And without looking back, she answered, "Look at my black back, how black it is!" As soon as she shut the door behind her, she found that the churchyard seemed to swarm with people who were shouting and screaming direfully, and who made as if they would stop her. But she, summoning up the courage, rushed through the middle of them, without looking either to the right or to the left, and she reached the home building in safety. As she delivered the book to the bishop, she said, "So loud were the voices of the goblin band that 5 echoes for each were found in the mountain rocks, though far they stand from Holar bussing ground."